It's been a while since I've done a review. Should I do Fractale or Sword Art Online? They aren't the best out there, and there's plenty of problems to find, but screw it. I'll just save Sword Art Online for the winter season.
The show is set in the distant future where humanity has embraced the Fractale system, a large network of computers that provides everyone with all the necessities they need to live in however way they desire, in exchange for their personal data. However, not everyone has embraced the system. The Lost Millennium has declared the system to be dehumanizing, and that true freedom is worth whatever problems come with it. Our three main protagonists must decide if the Fractale system is truly a blessing or curse, and end up deciding the fates to humanity, even though it totally ends up with a cop-out ending. Our main characters consist of Klain, a young boy who's obsessed with the old technology, who is reluctantly thrown into the conflict between the Lost Millennium and Fractale. Fryn, a runaway priestess, who is being pursued due to her importance to the system and her connection to Nessa, a highly advanced AI that behaves like a child and possesses the power to destroy the world. Now, when it comes to presentation, the show is top-notch. The voice acting is great and is well synced up to the characters. The music sets the tone for the scene and just sounds great, and the visuals just look so good. Some of the smoothest I've ever seen. However, despite such praise, the character design is kind of bland, leaving their personalities to be the only impactful factor, which is a problem considering that their personalities are very generic. I could hardly tell them apart other than their clothing or their motives. In fact, the characters that do stand out have probably some of the worst character development and personalities. Alright, I'm just gonna take care of this now before it gets out of hand. The reason why I find Nessa to be such a terrible character is that she never evolves beyond her childlike innocence. She's just supposed to be that pure-hearted character that always sees the good in everything, using her simplistic perspective to solve all the problems that the characters face. And it's just so annoying because it causes so many problems with the characters that could easily be resolved if Nessa actually evolved past her personality. I hate the stereotype in general because it's never explored past this point, and it gets really frustrating really fast. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get to the problems with the story. At times, especially during the beginning of the show, it feels a bit rushed, and the messages and themes feel a bit forced as well. The main story in Fractale is so overbearing that it feels like it only addresses like a small portion of the actual problems that the people could face in that society. It feels like the show was able to explain a lot of the world of Fractale, but not really flesh it out. In fact, I wish that the episodes that were only tangentially linked to the main story were much more prevalent, since they were able to expand on the world and creating a very unique contrast to the utopia that's set up in the beginning. Plus other things like no one explaining to Klain what's actually going on, which only made the story more drawn out and frustrating. The fact that the story starts out with the characters challenging the entire system as a whole instead of building up to that point. And probably my second biggest gripe, the plot twist. Now, I'm not going to say what it is, but here's a picture. Now, to explain what I meant when I said that the ending was a total cop-out, was that the entire third act of the show sets up that they need to make an important choice for the future of humanity. But instead they just make a decision with little regard for the consequences, and in the end they do not suffer any consequences, which really ticks me off. All in all, Fractale is a bunch of wasted potential that derives much of its influence from Brave New World in both its themes and setting, which could have been a lot more. I give it a 4 out of 10.
Alright, finally got it done. Anyways, thanks for watching, and be sure to leave a comment or suggestion below, and have a good night.